I'm running out of room. Alright guys, this is Chris and I collect comics. Now, a bit of a haul here. I want to show off some books I picked up from modern age to bronze age to copper age. This is Drifter #1. This was an Image comic that just came out last week that I thought was just a beautifully drawn book. The color scheme was really nice. It was sort of, had that broad, large panel sort of feel of East of West, if you like that. With some great colors. I feel like this is working towards a twist ending, and I already know kind of where it's going. But it's kind of got this surreal sci-fi feel to it, and lately I've just picking up any Image sci-fi book that comes out, and definitely recommend this one. I haven't seen too many guys' videos, so I figured I'd just give it a quick plug. Drifter #1. This is Batman Dark City. It's Batman 453. I just thought it was a really cool cover. It's a Mike Mignola cover with the undead pulling Batman down. So I haven't read this storyline yet, so I don't know if there actually are zombies or if it's a fear toxin type thing or what. But just a cool Mike Mignola cover. I always like the shadowy look, and works really well in this. This you've seen around, so I picked this one up last week, Avenging Spider-Man #9. Good story. I've kind of been looking at this whole series. It hasn't got grave reviews. You can buy like the whole run for pretty cheap. But I really like this story. It was just a fun, sort of light story, which is nice because I've been reading a lot of heavier stuff lately, so it's nice to sort of get a break for that. So I bought this. There was 2 copies of it there. I just bought the one and I left it, but I couldn't leave it for too long. I left it for like a week and a half, and nobody grabbed it. So I was like, I was there, and I just decided to pick it up. So I got 2 of those. So maybe if someone wants to trade for it or something, I don't know, why not? Oh, this is, if you guys don't know, this is the first appearance of Captain Marvel. So Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. So she's going to be in the new movie, obviously. And before she was Miss Marvel, this is where she becomes Captain Marvel. All right, these guys are just awesome. If you guys remember, I bought one of these in really high grade not too long ago. Got some glare happening. These were Adventure Comics. So this run, I think, goes from Adventure Comics 431 to 440. I believe it's 9 books. And it's the Spectre. So this is Jim Aparo on art, who's an awesome, awesome Bronze Age artist. And the thing with this series is apparently, as the story goes, the editor at the time, I'm forgetting his name now, but he got mugged when he was in Florida on vacation with his wife. And he was so upset that these like villains got away with this heinous crime to him that he decided to bring that into this story. So basically what happens with the Spectre in this is he's a detective and he meets terrible people, and he goes in as his he's like the avenging spirit sort of sent by God, and he has very godly powers. He can do almost anything, and he will just like mutilate these villains in a way he seems to think they deserve. So a lot of like horrific deaths and things like that. But if you guys are into horror, like these are, you got to pick these up because these are some classic horror stories, and they were really pushing the line. There's a couple even stories that weren't allowed to be published at the time because the Comics Code just thought they were too extreme. But Jim Aparo just has some beautiful covers, and the interior art's really good too. So this is 438. And guys, these books are so cheap to pick up. Like, I think it was $5 for shipping for all of these, and I paid between $2 to $5 for each one, depending on the grade. So I only paid $5 for one. I think it was this one I just showed because it's in the nicest shape. It's like a fine. Most of them have little ticks and stuff. That's sort of the biggest issue with them. This is 436 with awesome octopus cover. This is 432. 437 with deadly barracudas. Oh, this is another high grade one. This is 433. Just awesome cover. Beautiful colors. I love the blue and the green. He's being summoned by an evil occult magician, I guess. 435. I got outbid on a couple of them. There's one really great one where the Spectre is melting some guy's hands or turning them into wax. And then this one was before. This is 428. This was also with that same seller. I got these all off eBay. This is Adventure Comics 428. And it's the first appearance of the Black Orchid. Really neat, sort of Batman-esque, female Batman-esque character, I guess. Sort of mysterious powers. And just a beautiful cover. I don't know if this one is Jim Aparo as well. If it's not, which I believe it's not, I will link it, his actual name. But yeah, awesome, beautiful book. Her first appearance as well. This is the Micronauts #1. I picked up for the first appearance of Bug. Guardians of the Galaxy movie, it changed me, man. A year ago, never would have been interested in any of the cosmic universe stuff. And which is funny because I am like a sci-fi guy, but that movie, it got me just into the cosmic universe enough to start reading some of the books and checking them out, and now I'm really stuck on it, and I really like a lot of these characters, and I'm really into Guardians of the Galaxy. So I've sort of been looking for a little more of the obscure keys of some of the other Guardians that are in the comics, and Bug is one of them. So this is a near mint copy, really nice. I got it for $10, so you could probably find it cheaper or negotiate a bit, but that's fine. I was happy. And you never know who's going to be in the next movies and all that too, so it gets a bit of pain when these books go way up in value. So, about this book, this is not Age of Ultron #10. This is Age of Ultron #10 AI, which is a little addition, which is really confusing, and I didn't know, because I was looking for Age of Ultron #10, which is the first appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. So I figured hers would be a good one to grab, and I got this instead. That said, this is a Mark Waid story about Ant-Man, and it's kind of a telling of his origin story, and it's really great. So it was a really good read. It sort of got me intrigued about where they were going to go with this series. I don't even know if they're doing this series anymore, but it was one of those happy accidents. So, all right, another random store I went to had like 10 of these. So I was like, are these going up in value? They kind of are. This isn't his first appearance. This is Tales of the Teen Titans starring Cyborg. So they had a 4-part miniseries, and they sort of highlight each of the new Teen Titans. These are another big one with the Cyborg movie coming out. I could see going up. I don't really like this uniform that much. Like this mid area just makes him look like a robotic prostitute kind of. But he is a cool character. I like the character of Cyborg. So happy to grab this. I don't know if these are going to go up. They had like 10 of these, like I said, all at like $2.50. So I was like, oh, should I buy a pile of these? But I don't generally buy like that, so I just left it. But same store. I got this. This is my second copy of this. This is Wolverine #10, which is the first meeting of Sabertooth and Wolverine. So this book is often picked out of the Wolverine stuff, so I was really surprised it was there. It must have been put in there recently. But yeah, kind of higher value book. This is like a $10 book, $15 book generally. So yeah, happy to have that. And this I got for my daughter's room. I bought a Scotty Young Daredevil comic book for my son's bedroom, because that sort of represents his personality. And my daughter is more of a princess, so this is Betty and Veronica 267, and this is a Fiona Staples variant where she paints them as mermaids. And I think the story in there is about mermaids, because I've seen the regular cover. It's got mermaids as well. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful book. I was really excited to grab this. So they go for $15 online quite often. I was watching one forever, and it went on sale. So I got this for $13, shipping included. So I was happy with that, because I just think it's an awesome book, and I'm a big Fiona Staples fan. One other book I got here, this is our Afterlife with Archie #1, the magazine size one. So really cool with this one. This was from a coworker who knows I'm a bit of a comic book nerd, so he saw it at the grocery store, he said, and he grabbed it and shoved it in my cubby hole thing at work. So it did get a little bit bent up. I've been flattening it out a bit because he's a little rough with it. But this is really neat because I really like the Afterlife with Archie series. It's been really great so far. This has the first issue of that in there, as well as some extra stuff. It's got the first preview story that came with the Sabrina book, which was issue 6 or 7, I believe, which was kind of a cool darker tone of Sabrina. It's also got a couple little background stories, which I'm not sure if these ones were included in the comics. They had a couple. I'm not sure if it was this one, though. I did read them, so these don't look that familiar to me. But really neat, sort of old pulp feeling stuff, old school horror. Really great. So really happy that I got that. Really nice gift from this guy. So be passionate, guys, because people will see it and then they will reward you with sweet gifts if you're not an asshole. So thanks, guys.